And of course, everyone does have a different personality, and that's what makes the world unique. I'm not saying that through clenched teeth either. Sometimes coworkers can disagree, which leads to conflict in the workplace. And besides going to human resources, there are a few things that you can do to turn the corner on conflict, perhaps.
Here to lead our conversation this morning is Deirdre Gallagher, lead facilitator and trainer at JAMS Pathways, who shares some insights. Good morning.
Good morning. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great to see you.
So Jess kind of teed it up for us here a little bit. Said in the workplace, there are different personalities.
And go.
Take it.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right. There are differences, and that can lead to conflict. And I think especially coming back from the holiday break, we're seeing, kind of rising conflict and challenges in the workplace. And there are a number of reasons for that. First off, there's that post-holiday stress. Think about all of those things that piled up before and during the holidays, and those many times during December when we said, hey, we'll just loop back to this in January. Well, it's now January, and all those loop-backed items are piling up, and that causes stress. There also may be some post-holiday blues where we get so excited about turning the calendar onto a new year, and then we get back and we're facing the same old challenges. And then second, what did we do during the time away? Some people may have actually unplugged from work, which is great, so the transition back is tough but manageable. But others may have been thinking about the workplace a lot because there was something that happened. There was a misunderstanding. There was a miscommunication. There was a brewing conflict. And what happens with that tension when we're apart is that it increases, and it can be very challenging to jump back into that. And third is just what is around us, our context. The world is increasingly more complex. And because of that, we're seeing more conflicts. And the numbers support this. We have so many workers, a high percentage of workers who are quiet quitting. And that has an impact on individuals, teams, organizations, and the bottom line. And conflict is inextricably tied to that.
Deirdre, I feel like you have addressed quite a few realities, and there's a lot of us nodding along. You covered a lot of ground. So if you've established the playing field on that, what can we do? Because that is pretty overwhelming. We said as we began, many folks are heading to human resources, bypassing that direct contact altogether. So what's the right step to take?
Just a great question. And what's interesting is so often the root of conflict is in communication. What's unique is that the path out of conflict is also resting with communication. The challenge with conflict, of course, is when we're experiencing it, it may be difficult to communicate in a constructive way, and that can exacerbate the conflict. So conflict is tough. Conflict resolution is tough. However, I'm going to give you 3 simple tools that will help to set you on the right path. First off, when you're in conflict, replace judgment with curiosity. So you're disagreeing with someone and you want to ask yourself, what can I learn from this person? Employ 4 very powerful words. Can you say more about that? The most important tool of a leader and a colleague, of course, is to listen. So then when we ask those questions, we then want to listen. And this takes practice, and it takes a very kind of active focus on listening, because we are trying to listen to understand rather than listen to respond. To do that, we need to turn off that internal voice inside our heads. Second tool is when we are in conflict, take a breath and count to 10 before we respond. And I know that sounds simple, but it really does help, because so often when we're engaged in conflict, we feel angry, we feel emotional, and our knee-jerk reactions tend to exacerbate the conflict. So if we suspend our reaction for a moment, that can help us to both cool down, and it might even help us to gain perspective and recognize there may be other things going on here than just what I think is happening. And then third, tweak our language to encourage communication. One simple tool is to move from yes, but to yes and. So often conflicts are exacerbated because people shut down and they stop talking. So tweaking just one word from yes but to yes and sets the stage for information sharing by recognizing that there may be different perspectives and that we want to hear them.
Not talking's never been a problem for me. Which leads to a question, and you're the expert on helping people get past this. Mom told me a long time ago, not everybody's going to like you. There are some people that are just not going to dig Bill. So as the manager, how do you get around that?
I like you.
Right. So there are challenges. We have different approaches, different personalities, different conflict styles, different communication styles. That said, we are all there to do our jobs. So keeping in mind, what is our overarching interest? We are trying to advance the ball, advance the mission of our organization. Let's keep that in mind, because what that is something that unites us. It may be somewhat challenging to navigate those differences and recognize, we may not want to be your best friend, but we are your colleague and we are working toward the same goal. So let's figure out how to navigate this path together.
Deirdre, I could talk with you all day. You have some excellent insights and have really shared quite a bit to get us going. We got to wrap, though. We're all out of time today, but you've started this conversation. We'd like to continue it. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, and.
Yes,
well,
and.
Oh, sorry. No, we don't have time for that. Thanks, Deirdre.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
For more information on this conversation and the services that JAMS Pathways provides, we will have a direct link on our website. It'll be up later today. VirginiaThisMorning.com is the spot to go.